Alan, considering that we were a goal down in this heat, that was a pretty good point, but on the other hand, we could have picked up all three.
We definitely could have won the game, that's a certainty. Don't think anyone would have argued if we'd won the game, but you take a point when you're one goal down. It was a bit of a great start. I thought we started extremely well, 15-20 minutes, put them on the back foot. Should have scored a couple of goals, to be honest, but then for some unknown reason we dropped deep and allowed them to play their game. So I had a go at the lads at half time, a little bit flummoxed as to why they'd done that, but once we rectified that, I thought we were the better team again in the second half. And then the goal, which I think it is offside just, but the linesman's probably, it's difficult for them to see at that exact time. Hopefully we'll get one like that and that'll go our way, but I think it was poor play before that led to that. We should have moved the ball out wide here, and we didn't. It ended up going in areas where it was congested and we lost the ball, and then we got punished for it. But reaction of the lads were to change it a little bit, and you bring on some of your match winners to try and make things happen, and to be fair, they did. They reacted extremely positive, and I think they could have won the game in the end. There was enough chances there. Hayes has had a great chance, and he even said he should have scored on the turn, and he should have put that to bed, and that would have put 1-0 up. But again, I can't be too harsh with the lads. Anyone who's played today in this heat, I feel for them. I was hiding in the shade constantly. It was really tough. So full credit to every single player that's played, and the linesmen, officials and everyone in that heat, because that was tough today. It was a tough go, and you could see the lads, and they've had the water breaks and that. It was tough for them, but they've given the fans a nice little point there to go home with. I would have loved 3, but a point away from home's great. But I say performances are getting better, but one thing that I'm really pleased about is scoring goals in the back end of games. It shows our fitness is there. There was I've seen them question marks, people questioning the lads' fitness in pre-season, and I'll reiterate it that it's totally different. It's totally different. I'm getting the lads fit for real football, and we've seemed to have done that this year. So what we've done in pre-season seems to have worked with the start that we've had. So it's a great point, but we've got to focus on Tuesday now, and say Southport nightmares from last visit there. One of the worst nights for me ever. Watching the game as well, because I was still struggling with the operation and whatnot, but we've got to go in there and we've got to put things right, because the last performance was diabolical, and I've spoken to the lads about it. We've got to go there. Then we'll be wanting to get back on board after getting beat today, so then we'll be looking for a reaction, but I'll have to make a few changes, because I'm sure some of the lads give us everything today, and a lot of the energy was burnt today, so we'll see what I've got, but I'm really pleased with the squad strength and depth. If you look at that bench today, not many people can bring Marcus Maddison and Kane Felix on, so and still have Jared Rivers on the bench here and Jason, so Alfie Hughes, and I've got Rosie who's not even fully fit yet, so it's slowly but surely, but we're working, and I'm delighted with the start, and I'm sure the fans will be, but just a tinge with a little bit of disappointment whenever I got the 3 points.
Didn't Becky take his goal ever so well though? It was well laid off by Jacob Hazel there in a flash, and one touch, then hit it left-footed.
A fantastic goal, and it's great to see. He has just banged his head. Great to see the centre forwards link up, and be fair, when they're playing the diamond, is that forwards, I've been there myself, you can end up as split strikers and you end up being too far apart, and I've tried to reiterate to them to make sure that they don't do that and try and get with midfield men. Yes, it's extra work for the midfield men, but we're still working on it, and I think that summed up exactly what I wanted. Was the ball gets driven in from Marcus, Becky round the corner into Hayes, back to Becky, and it's a fantastic finish from Becky, and I should have probably took him off then, because he was absolutely shattered. Bacon in this heat, him. So, but I say full credit to the kids. They worked extremely hard, and I don't think anyone could argue with that point.
And at the back, I thought David Wheater was outstanding today.
He's getting fitter again. You can see it. He's getting fitter again. Wheaton, we'll see what he's like on Tuesday. That's the thing. As I say, we're going to be a little bit careful with him. We don't want to kill him. It's working well. I thought Jake was much better. He's improved massively, Jake, and there's just one thing we're lacking, is our communication. We still need a bit more communication from everyone, that is, because I said to the lads, more communication saves so much energy. I never knew that as a young kid. You learn that as you get older, as you get more experience. So if we can improve our communication skills, I think we've got a hell of a chance.
Southport on Tuesday, as you mentioned there, nightmares from last year, but we could do without a really hot night, couldn't we? Because it's clear The players from both sides were struggling there, and we had an impromptu second water break in the second half there that was much needed.
It was. You could see the state of everyone on the pitch. It was much needed, and as I say, it's not ideal. It's bizarre. It is. It's lovely if you're sunbathing in the beer garden. Fantastic. Fans love it. Yeah. As players, I wouldn't have wanted to play in this. I'll be surprised if someone hasn't collapsed today. Put it that way. But I say I'm not complaining about the weather. It's great. Love it. But I feel for sportsmen in the seat. But as you said, we've got Tuesday night. We've got to focus on that now. All our focus is on Southport on Tuesday. We've got to recharge our batteries, make sure the lads rest, recover, and get ourselves going on Tuesday night, and hopefully get a good result and carry it forward into the Banbury game.